Hello. Today's Sunday, February 5th, 2023. I just got back from the first full moon festival in Suncheon, Korea, my country. I live near Suncheon. I shouldn't have said Korea, just Suncheon County, Suncheon-gun. And I had a delicious food, free uh, tangerines and beer, of course. And we had a nice bonfire. And I uploaded the video, rather lengthy video onto YouTube, so you can check it out. That video too. It was, a big bonfire. It was fantastic. You should check it out. Like yesterday, I would like to read more material on port forwarding and TDNS because come Tuesday, I'm gonna have some discussion with our tech team and also our Salesforce field team to get them more educated about KT's 결제 안심 internet or KT's internet backup for credit card checker, point of sales, terminals, and kiosks at a mom and pop shop or a franchisee store, or what we call SOHO, which stands for small office, home office environment, where they cater to customers via card transactions. So usually restaurants, cafes, unmanned, remotely managed laundromats, study cafes where students gather together and study. And it's more like a cafe environment, but it is remotely managed. So when you are not there and the internet is out, you need our internet service called KT Anshim Internet. Now, there were some report about the conflicting network settings with our router. So I think I would know the answer to that kind of question or problem. It's easily fixed, but our field teams, they are clueless. So I'm going to give them excellent training after reading this good material on wikipedia.com. Very delicious, this tangerine. Wikipedia. The reason I'm trying to read this material is multi-purpose. One is to get trained, educated, and also to get more information about port forwarding and TDNS. And also I would like to practice English by reading it aloud to myself and recording it so that I could upload it onto YouTube and everybody could listen to my reading and comment on it to correct my pronunciation. I've never lived in the States or Canada or any English-spoken countries, except I visited several countries as a tourist. But I was with the U.S. Army for more than 2 years when I was mandatorily or conscripted soldier for our country, Republic of Korea. I was a Katusa soldier. So it's a multi-purpose efforts. So here we go. Wiki loves folklore. Yeah. Photograph your local culture. Help Wikipedia and win. I don't know why the girl is sitting there in a squat position among the soldiers, and she's revealing her ass or buns to the soldiers, and it's more like she's in the peeing position. It's a quite voluptuous or revolting position. Port forwarding article talk. In computer networking, port forwarding or port mapping is an application of network address translation. That redirects a communication request from one address and port number combination to another while the packets are traversing a network gateway, such as a router or a firewall. So network gateway, one address and port number combination, address and port number combination. An application of network address translation. An application of network translation. What is going on? Okay, sorry, my left finger touched the screen while I was peeling off the tangerine skins. Yep, I'm trying to eat tangerines while reading this material. I wish you are eating it too, something like that. Okay, so sorry. Yep, vertical is much better for this occasion. This technique is almost commonly used to make services on a host residing on a protected or masqueraded internal network available to hosts. What the fuck? This technique is most commonly used to make services on a host residing on a protected or masqueraded internal network available to hosts on the opposite side of the gateway or external network by remapping the destination IP address and port number of the communication to an internal host. Masqueraded. Inside realm 10.1.1.1, 10.1.1.2, 10.1.1.3. Each has different port numbers, 1024, 1024, and 1033. Outside RAM, 200, 100, 10.1, 1024, 1025, 1026. Remote client. NAPT table. Inside realm, port forwarding table, 10.1.1.1, 1024, 200, 100, 10.1, 1024, 10.1.1.2, 1024, 200, 100, 10.1, 1025, 10.1.1.3, 1033, 200, 100, 10.1, port number 1026. Port forwarding via NAT router. Purpose. Port forwarding allows remote computers, for example, computers on the internet, to connect to a specific computer or service within a private local area network. In a typical residential network, nodes obtain internet access through a TSL or cable modem connected to a router or network address translator, NAT or NAPT. I wonder what NAPT stands for, but network address T translator or network address, I don't know what P stands for. just peeing. I don't know. Hosts on the private network are connected to an Ethernet switch or communicate via a wireless LAN. The NAT device's external interface is configured with a public IP address. The computers behind the router, on the other hand, are invisible to hosts on the internet as they each communicate only with a private IP address. When configuring port forwarding, the network administrator sets aside one port number on the gateway for the exclusive use of communicating with a service in the private network located on a specific host. External hosts must know this port number and address of the gateway to communicate with the network internal service. Really? Let me pause and think about this. When a port forwarding is implemented by a proxy process such as on application layer firewalls, SOCKS-based firewalls, or via TCP circuit proxies, then no packets are actually translated, only data is proxied. This usually results in the source address and port number being changed to that of the proxy machine. Usually only one of the private hosts can use a specific forwarded port at one time, but configuration is sometimes possible to differentiate access by the originating host's source address. Unix-like operating systems sometimes use port forwarding where port numbers smaller than 1024 can only be created by software running as the root user. Running with superuser privileges in order to bind the port may be a security risk to the host. Therefore, port forwarding is used to redirect a low-numbered port to another high-numbered port so that application software may execute as a common operating system user with reduced privileges. The Universal Plug-and-Play Protocol, or UPnP, provides a feature to automatically install instances of port forwarding in residential Internet gateways. UPnP defines the Internet Gateway Device Protocol, or IGD, which is a network service by which an Internet gateway advertises its presence on a private network via the Simple Service Discovery Protocol, or SSDP. An application that provides an internet-based service may discover such gateways and use the UPnP IGD protocol to reserve a port number on the gateway and cause the gateway to forward packets to its listening socket. Types of port forwarding. Port forwarding can be divided into the following packets to what? Sorry, I was lying on my side. Port forwarding can be divided into the following specific types: local, remote, and dynamic port forwarding. Local port forwarding. Local port forwarding is the most common type of port forwarding. It is used to let a user connect from the local computer to another server, that is, forward the data securely from another client application running on the same computer as a secure shell SSH client. By using local port forwarding, firewalls that block certain web pages are able to be bypassed. Really? That's strange, man. Connections from an SSH client are forwarded via an SSH server to the intended destination server. The SSH server is configured to redirect data from a specific port, which is local to the host that runs the SSH client, through a secure tunnel to some specified destination, host, and port. The local port is on the same computer as the SSH client, and this port is the forwarded port. On the same computer, any client that wants to connect to the same destination, host, and port can be configured to connect to the forwarded port rather than directly to the destination, host, and port. After this connection is established and directs all data sent by applications to that port through a secure tunnel to the SSH server. The server decrypts the data and then redirects it to the destination host and port. On the command line, -L specifies local port forwarding. The destination server and two port numbers need to be included. Port numbers less than 1024 or greater than 49150 are reserved for the system. Some programs will only work with specific source ports, but for the most part, any source port number can be used. Some uses of local port forwarding: using local port forwarding to receive mail, connect from a laptop to a website using an SSH tunnel, remote port forwarding. This form of port forwarding enables applications on the server side of a secure shell SSH connection to access services residing on the SSH's client side. In addition to SSH, there are proprietary tunneling schemes that utilize remote port forwarding for the same general purpose. In other words, remote port forwarding lets users connect from the server side of a tunnel, SSH or another, to a remote network service located at the tunnel's client side. To use remote port forwarding, the address of the destination server on the tunnel's client side and two port numbers must be known. The port numbers chosen depend on which application is to be used. Remote port forwarding allows other computers to access applications hosted on remote servers. Two examples. Tomorrow. Continue to read this article where I just stopped last night. So here we go. Today is Monday, February 6th, 2023. And it's 5:43 and it's a day off for me. So I am staying at home. Remote port forwarding. This form of port forwarding enables applications on the server side of the secure shell connection to access services residing on the SSH's client side. In addition to SSH, there are proprietary tunneling schemes that utilize remote port forwarding for the same general purpose. In other words, remote port forwarding lets users connect from the server side of a tunnel, SSH or another, to a remote network service located at the tunnel's client side. To use remote port forwarding, the address of the destination server on the tunnel's client side and two port numbers must be known. The port numbers chosen depend on which application is to be used. Remote port forwarding allows other computers to access applications hosted on remote servers. Two examples. An employee of a company hosts an FTP server at their own home and wants to give access to the FTP service to employees using computers in the workplace. In order to do this, an employee can set up remote port forwarding through SSH on the company's internal computers by including their FTP server's address and using the correct port numbers for FTP. Standard FTP port is TCP/21. Opening remote desktop sessions is a common use of remote port forwarding. Through SSH, this can be accomplished by opening the virtual network computing port 5900 and including the destination computer's address. Dynamic port forwarding. Dynamic port forwarding (DPF) is an on-demand method of traversing a firewall or NAT through the use of firewall pinholes. The goal is to enable clients to connect securely to a trusted server that acts as an intermediary for the purpose of sending/receiving data to one or many destination servers. DPF can be implemented by setting up a local application such as SSH as a SOCKS proxy server, which can be used to process data transmissions through the network or over the internet. Programs such as web browsers must be configured individually to direct traffic through the proxy, which acts as a secure tunnel to another server. Once the proxy is no longer needed, the programs must be reconfigured to their original settings. Because of the manual requirements of DPF, it is not often used. Once the connection is established, DPF can be used to provide additional security for a user connected to an untrusted network. Since data must pass through the secure tunnel to another server before being forwarded to its original destination, the user is protected from packet sniffing that may occur on the LAN. DPF is a powerful tool with many uses. For example, a user connected to the internet through a coffee shop, hotel, or otherwise minimally secured network may wish to use DPF as a way of protecting data. DPF can also be used to bypass firewalls that restrict access to outside websites, such as in corporate networks. Example, SSH NR 900 132 40 12 950 and card at. So it's a quite asterisk article, but generally it drives home their points. We need to use port forwarding and DNS to allow remote access from the outside your LAN environment. Let's see if I can find another good material, but I guess that's it. So thanks for listening. I hope this was quite informational as it was to me. Thank you. Take care.